Aloha and welcome to installment 2 of our Puna District habitat comparison. Today we are here in Lower Puna woodlot located in the Hawaiian Beaches subdivision of Pahoa. As you can see, it's late in the day, so we might have a harder time seeing some of these species, but I'll do my best. You can see that the canopy is pretty sparse here at the Lower Puna woodlot, and that has a lot to do with a major disturbance that occurred back about 50 years ago, 60 years ago, where all the ohias were harvested for timber. And when natives are taken out, invasives are quick to follow, filling in the different niches. We're going to start with our overstory. Our overstory is kind of varied. There's a few different species in our overstory, some native, some invasive. Right here in our lower overstory, I'll zoom in for you, that is a Cecropia tree. It grows up to lengths of about 40 to 45 feet. Another invasive, while on the topic, is right above my head, and that is the dreaded Albizia. Albizia is a fast-growing and quick-growing pioneer species, quick to take up open space. But there is hope because, as you can see here and here, we have our Ohia lehua. Beautiful trees. Again, these species dominated the landscape here in Lower Puna until they were forested for commercial timber. So, mid-story, moving right along. Our mid-story ranges from, can you guess? It is strawberry guava. As you can see, all over the AVI, strawberry guava. But that's not the only species found here in our mid-stories. As I move along here, we see a thicker, waxier leaf. And do you know what that is? It is the autograph tree, named for the leaves' ability to hold a scratch on there for weeks, months, and even years to come. Moving along, as I try not to bore you all to death, we're going to move to our understory. Our understory, dominated by alien grasses. This species I'm not too familiar with. Are these beautiful orchids. These are bamboo orchids, as you can see. One of many species of wild growing orchids, although not one of the 3 natives. Also in our lower story, understory, is right here. This is called Widelia. Although this looks rather sparse right now, Widelia can grow in blankets covering the landscape, sucking nutrients and sunlight away from just about any other species. There are some natives, and we find a few of them right here. This is a type of fern. This grows really thick. In this area, this is about 3.5 feet in thickness, but it's called the uluhe fern, a native species of fern found pretty widespread from upper to lower levels around the island and around the Puna district. More uluhe. And as you can see, growing and taking back some of its native lands, covering the dreaded AVI. In fact, the strawberry guava are fruiting right now. It's kind of hard for me to focus in. Another native, although it's called a fern, it's actually a native club moss, and this is ratfoot, or vaiole. Nice to see you out here, buddy. Another non-native species that are all around me right now. You probably can't hear it, but there is a buzzing like you wouldn't believe. They're mosquitoes, indicative of our Lower Puna landscape. As I move around, I'm looking for more species, but I think we might have covered just about all of them. Think about a couple of things. Think about how would this area support wildlife? Does it have the 3 necessities for wildlife? Does it have cover? Does it have a food source, water source? And how about habitat? I'll let you decide. Let me know what you think the difference is between the lower and the upper Puna districts look like, the differences in habitat characteristics on our blog. Once again, folks, thanks for joining us out here in our Puna district habitat comparison. I'm making my way out of the mosquito infested lower Puna woodlot and back to my home. Thanks for joining us. See you again real soon from the Science Lab, wikidot.com. This is Mr. Fitz saying goodbye and happy hunting.